A lot of people are, well, we can't pay attention. And truthfully, when you look at the research, we do pay attention. It's just in different ways, right? And also different levels because we have the different spectrum, if you will, of the pendulum. But so for me personally, if I am having to sit and pay attention. So let me bring this in. I'll bring in a little research here. So there's this researcher, her name is Dr. Rebecca Jackson, and she wrote a book called Back on Track. And in that book, she describes two different types of attention. The first one being environment attention. And so whenever you look at the environment attention, it's like you're resting or you're driving and you are sitting outside. And what happens often to a neurotypical person is you can actually be in the moment and enjoy it. Well, the neurodivergent person, the ADHD one in particular, our minds, and I know you relate because I follow you on social media and I know you talk about this all the time. I just had the idea. Oh, I'm just going to start a podcast about it. Or, oh, now I'm going to do this other thing. And we just have, when we are resting, that environment focus in our, or that, I'm sorry, that environment attention, then we have this constant, I call it popcorn brain. So idea, blam, boom, da, ah, choo, cha. And if we can't sit because our thoughts are racing. And then you're like, wait, did I put the clothes in the dryer? No, I need to go do that. So you go and you do that. And then the other day I was cooking dinner and I went to grab the garlic powder that the recipe called for. And I look in my drawer and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is out of order. So in the middle of cooking, I go and I organize my spice rack in alphabetical order. So it's these things that whenever we are doing something that, is not like physically, if you will, like physically taking a physical toll, then your mind is wandering and our minds wander at a different pace. So
Mm.
we're still paying attention, but in a whole bunch of different ways. So that's one of the attentions that happens. And then the second one, and I know that I'm talking about movement, I'll tie it all in together here in a second, but the second one is focused attention. And when you talk about focused attention, that's the attention that's needed in the classroom. That's the attention that's needed at church to really pay attention to what that other person is saying. That so it speaks louder than your own thoughts and your own voice, your inner voice. And that focused attention has to be really engaging for it to be louder than ours. And so again, we end up paying attention in a lot of different things. It just looks very differently because it has to be engaging. And that's where movement comes in for me. And I have a standing desk. I take physical breaks all the time because what happens when you sit for a long period of time, your brain goes to sleep. And boy, if our brains go to sleep, then I mean, it's just all over the place, right? So in order for me to stay engaged and do the work that I need to do, I move. And that's also scientifically proven that your brain is kicking in and your, frontal cortex is waking up. So you stop moving your body, your brain starts going to sleep. You got to wake it up, you know,
Mm.
to
Yeah.
focus on the things you need it to focus on.